So you and I have been working together for some time, and I'm curious if you could tell our audience a little tiny bit about why you decided to work with me specifically.
I was at a stage in my career where the organization was beginning to grow really, really quickly. And my team was also growing both in size in terms of the number of people who were reporting into me and also in terms of the broader engineering and operational scope. And so when you're in that phase where you're being stretched across multiple different angles, that is a position that I had not been in as a leader before. And I knew I wanted to have help to move through that growth phase because, for those who aren't familiar with Whatnot, it has grown incredibly fast over the past several years at a scale that I don't think most people experience in their career. So there weren't very many people that I could reach out to from a coaching perspective who were going to help me manage that transition and kind of thrive in those conditions.
Growth. Are there any challenges or potentially opportunities that you felt like were really called out in terms of a great use for one-on-one coach?
I think it's always difficult to remove yourself from the day-to-day to understand the things that you do that you're uniquely good at versus the things that you can teach other people to do and where to focus on creating leverage in your day-to-day. That's something that I hadn't spent a lot of time in the past working on, and it requires consistent effort and thought and effort to get better at. And having a person who is there to work with me, hold me accountable, and challenge me to find a way to do things that I had previously relied on brute force and instead transition to a world where I can scale it out to multiple different people on my team. That's really what I really needed to get to the next phase of my career.
Personally, thank you very much. Overall, can you describe a little bit about what the experience was like working together?
I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was the best 90 minutes of every 2 weeks, honestly. I felt like I got a lot of work done during our sessions, and it gave me tangible things that I could go and focus on over the next 2 weeks. And so for me, it was a really helpful touch point. And honestly, it was really the only 90 minutes in that 2 weeks that I really ever spent thinking about myself or talking about myself. It's not something that I usually spend a lot of time thinking about normally, but it was a good reminder that I need to think about myself and how I'm operating and how I need to progress in order to do the right thing for my team, in order to do the right thing for the company, in order to ensure that we are keeping up with the growth, ensure that we're doing the right thing for buyers and sellers.
What do you think changed as a result of you doing one-on-one coaching with me?
I definitely am more thoughtful, and I'm thinking on a longer time horizon than I previously was. And I take a more deliberate approach with the way that I try and set my team up for success. That's something that took time to internalize, where, we all have our own individual understanding of ourselves as human beings. And then there's the person who you want to show up to be at work. And there's overlap between those people. And finding a way to make that overlap feel authentic and powerful and impactful for people without diluting the things about me that I think are good. Finding a way to be the best version of myself without being a sanitized version of myself, I think is something that wasn't easy, but I think was really well worth it by the end of our time working together.
So if you were to help other people that were thinking about coaching and one-on-one coaching, who do you think would benefit the most from working with a coach and potentially working with me and my style?
Someone who is willing to be honest with themselves about where they're weak, where they're strong, and where they're willing to put forth genuine effort. I think that people who work with you who are ready and willing to be challenged and who want to grow quickly and who want to experience genuine change will do really, really well, because you're excellent at, challenging me, challenging people when they say something that doesn't serve them well and no one has ever called them out on it. I think that's something that I really appreciate about you, is that I might say something a little bit offhand and you won't let it go. You'll be like, wait a second, we need to talk more about that. Let's get to the bottom of why you feel that way. And sometimes there is a real truth that needs to be unearthed that is a limiting quality. And I think that those types of conversations are really uncomfortable for some people, but you have to have those uncomfortable conversations in order to unwind bad habits and bad behaviors. And so I think that people who are willing to have those uncomfortable conversations will be really satisfied with what they get on the other side. You're not a person who's just going to sugarcoat things and just like let people check the box. That's what I like about you. Like, you are here to actually help people make genuine change, not just like, put wrapping paper on a box, so to speak.